Years ago, man created the ultimate frustration, golf. A game designed to test the true limits of man's patience. A sport combining beauty and strength. A sport demanding eye and hand coordination.
Just an accident.
Here's the man who can put it all together for you. The man who can help you help your game. DORF, the Duke of Divots. Tim Conway starring in DORF on Golf, with a special appearance by Vincent Chiavelli. And now, here's DORF.
In the golf, the object of the game is to get this tiny little weeny ball into that tiny little weeny hole way down there with as few strokes as possible. Now I'd like to introduce a very valuable asset to my game of golf, my caddy, Leonard. Leonard will, of course, be selecting the right club for me and also giving me some information on the course itself. Right, Leonard?
Huh?
The club, Leonard, the club. You'll be giving me information about the course and selecting the right club.
The club's over there.
Right, that's what I mean. We get... Leonard, that's the clubhouse.
It's pretty, isn't it?
Isn't it, though? I'll tell you what. Why don't you run over there and get yourself a tuna fish sandwich? I hear that fish is real good for the brain. Now, let us begin.
You want lettuce on that tuna?
Going to be a long day. Before we introduce the hole that we are going to be playing here today, I would like to introduce another assistant of mine, a friend of Leonard's, Boom Boom LaRue. Now, the hole itself. As you can see, the hole we will be playing today is a par 4 hole with a dog leg to the left. Can you get a shot at that dog leg? Not this dog's leg. This the dog leg. All right, let's get out to the course. Not you, Boom Boom. You stay. I go. And now we'd like to show you some of the supplementary equipment that you can purchase to help at the game of golf of yours. First of all, this is a little arm brace that you can purchase. See that it's adjustable. And then once you find the correct position for your elbow itself, you just lock that little dude in like that. And then it's just permanently locked. You keep your hand straight when you hit that ball like that. Now, this next little piece of equipment that I have on my leg here, I would like to describe to you. It's a little electrical device we have here to keep your legs straight. Leonard, excuse me, I know that you're real busy, but you want to just plug that in. Here you go. And that goes into this small battery over there, Leonard. That's good. Like a gazelle. Now, what this is a little electrical device that gives you a little electrical reminder that if you move your leg to one side like that, boy, it gives you a little zzz. I'll show you how that works. Leonard, you got that plugged into the 220 line. It's supposed to be just to that little battery. Anyway, Leonard will now attach our next little device. Told you, just the battery, not the 220 line. Attach this up here. Now, this little device here is designed to keep your legs in the correct position when you're hitting it at the ball like that. You notice that you can't move too far. Just pound it in with the hammer, Leonard. Put it in the hole and pound it in, Leonard. That's it. 1, 2, 3. That's good, Leonard. Step aside. Now, these little devices like this, as I say, are designed to keep your legs in the correct position. Of course, you just use this in the practice. You don't use this when you're really playing. You still got that plugged into the 220 line. Give me that, the next piece of equipment. Thank you. Now, this little device here is designed to keep your head down and your eye on the ball. This chain attaches to this little brace down here on your stomach. Leonard, hand me my golf club, please. That's a hammer, Leonard. I want the golf club. See? Hammer, golf club. That's good. Now, I'll just attach this down here and show you how this little apparatus works. You can see that this keeps your head down and your eye on the ball. Now, just how easy it is to hit this. And remember that old saying, no harm at all can befall the guy who keeps his eye on the ball. So, Leonard, help me up here.
All right.
Leonard, watch out for those golf carts. How many times have I... Unplug it, the Q20 line, Leonard. Unplug it. Why me? Stop it. Well, now, you wouldn't drive your car in the wintertime, would you, without properly warming it up? Of course you wouldn't. And the same material applies to golf itself. You shouldn't even go out there and take one practice swing unless you warm up before you do that. That way you don't have those doggone back pains when you get through with the day, and you can just sit at home and relax at the end of the day. So we'd like to show you some of the basic warm-up shots that we'll be doing here for you so that you can play a better game of golf. Leonard, do you want to hand me my club?
Right.
Because the important thing to warm up in golf is that those are new clubs. Now they got little scratches on there, nice and cute like that. Leonard, do you want to stand over there for me, please? Out of the way.
All right.
Here's a beauty. Some of the basic warm-ups that you can do, first of all, you take your club like this, place it behind your back, and you give a simple stretch. Here's the 1, 2, and the 1, and the 2, like that. That's how you use that club. Then, of course, you want to start to the beginning to stretch that torso out. So we started with some of this, where you touch you, and the 1, and the 2, and those as you want to. Even some jumping jacks come in pretty handy there. Like that. And then, of course, you want to stretch out to the side. Stretch the top of that ground real good. Just to let those muscles stretch for you like that. Then we get into some more basic exercises like the setups. Now, what we want to do here is to stretch right in here. So we come up and we touch those toes real good. 1 and the 2. 1 and the 2. 1 and the 2, just like that. Then, some heavier exercises, we want to get right into the setups. So, wait just a minute. And the 2, and the 3, and the 4, and we're ready to go. So, now that we're already in there, of course at home, if you have weights that you want to use, you can use those too. But of course, use those just at the home. Leonard, bring in those weights, will you? Now, first of all, the first lift is to the waist. Like that. Then we bring her to the chest. Like that. You got to be careful when you go overhead with her. Then you just hold it up there and then let it down gently at... Oh, boy. Oh, I think I blew a tube on this. Here we are on the first tee, par 4. So we'll tee up our first drive here and see if we can't get one out there about 250 maybe. All right. Not bad there, a little off it to the right, but the doggone, a nice hit. You see, now that's the advantage of having this on the videotape here. See, we can take a look at this and just slow it down and see where we went wrong. Now, first of all, let's look at the swing in the regular speed. And now let's take a look at that same swing and slow it down a little bit and see just to where we went wrong there. Get there. We'll see see, that was the trouble. Didn't keep our elbow in there. Well, our first shot was pretty good. We're right out there about in the middle of the old fairway there. And now this is our all-important second shot, and we'll get an opportunity to use our irons. Boom, boom. The hole go bang, bang here. Well, here we are on the fairway. Now, Leonard, with that well-trained caddy eye of yours, how far do you think we are from the hole here?
Far.
Leonard, why don't you consider getting to bed a little early tonight? I'd hate to have you miss a visit from the IQ ferry. Give me my 5-iron.
All right.
Now, we're going to construct a typical 5-iron shot here for you. We'll be showing you exactly how that goes with the 5-iron. It's the one with the 5 on it.
I got it.
Sure do. Get your numbers and colors down, you're going to be a real threat. Well, we're about 150 yards far from the hole here, so we're going to construct a typical iron shot for you. Of course, you must remember that on both sides of it, the fairway itself is lurking the hazards. Those little dudes can just suck up your ball like you're nothing flat, but if you get into those, we'll show you how to get out of those. So I'm going to now construct this iron shot for Leonard, why don't you just zip on down there and watch where this ball goes, all right?
All right.
Just zip on. Ooh, what a jet stream you leave there. All right, now for the iron shot itself. Now, first of all, you want to keep your feet parallel with the ball. You play a little off of this foot here. And then we're going to keep our shoulders, of course, straight across here. We're going to keep our head right above the ball here. And then we're going to keep our elbows in like this. And then we're going to bring the ball with the... pardon me. Getting this white all over me here, and I can't see the fairway. Just kind of lighten up on that. Keep that arc going like that. The white is... All right, now, here we go. There she goes. What a shot, huh? Rough. They're up. Well, unfortunately, our last shot went into this hazard there. Boom, boom. Just stand over there, please. Explain it to the folks. Into this hazard there. Take my word for it. It's over here, Leonard. Bring the bag over here. And we're still in bounds here. So we don't get a penalty. Leonard, hand me the 3 there, will you?
3.
Right.
3.
3. You know, like 1, 2, 4, 5. Figure out what's missing. That's the one we'd like to hit.
3.
Just like this one. Thank you. Stand over there, will you?
All right.
All right. Now, going to come out of the rough here. Try to pick this ball up.
Oh. We're in the rougher.
Now, for the sand shot, remember to firmly plant your feet before you hit that ball. Don't touch the sand with the club. Get a good line on it, and then just pop it right up onto the old green. Just like that. Close to the sand. That's what it went. I can see it. You don't have to point it. All right. There she goes. Right. uphill lie. Well, the uphill lie oftentimes a difficult shot, but we'll show you how to handle this. All right. Ah, back on the fairway again. Here you go, Swifty. He's good, isn't he? Yeah. Stand over there.
Right.
Small, fine iron shot to the green. That's all we got to do. Concentrate. That's the important thing.
Looks like the sand again.
Apparently is. Well, I want to keep moving right along here, so we're just going to play through this foursome here. I'm sure they won't mind that.
Bonehead.
Ow! Wonderful, Boom Boom. Well, as you can see, we've just about got this hole wrapped up because we are on the green. So, we'll be using the putter. Well, this is it, the moment of truth. We're on the dance floor, as they say. As you can see, I've only got about a foot putt there, so, Leonard, you want to mark the ball, clean it, put the ball back there, and I'll just slam her into the old hole.
Right.
Remember, the most important part of probably the game itself is the green. You see, there's no sense in hitting the ball up here in two and then three-putting the green. So what?
Have you got a pencil?
Why would I have a pencil for what?
So I can mark the ball.
You don't mark the ball. What you do is you take a ball mark. You put it behind the ball. You pick up the ball. You clean off at the ball. You put the ball back down there by the ball arc, and then I hit it into the hole. You got that?
Right.
Like I said, once we get onto the green, that's the most important part of the game. And once you get on here, you should line up with that shot. Make sure that it doesn't break it too much to the left, or it doesn't break it too much to the right like that. So we.
Have you got a ball mark?
I don't have the ball mark. The caddy has the ball mark. You have the ball mark. If you don't have a ball mark, take a coin, take a dime, take a penny, put it behind the ball, pick up the ball, clean off the ball, put it back down there where the money is. Got that?
Right.
Like I said, patience is very important in the golf too. So, once you got that ball lined up, making sure which way that the green goes, to the left or to the right, then you line up over the ball. You should also feel the grass. Make sure that it's not wet, because if it's wet, the ball travels in a different way than it does when it's dry. So, once you got that ball and the grass all worked out, got which way that the green, the breaks, to the right or to the left, then you're ready to line up your putt. Basically, what you want to do is get right over the ball and make sure that you got the ball all lined up, and you see if it goes to the right or to the left. Want to make sure if you're near an ocean, the ball always goes towards the ocean. So that's a great, Leonard. Why don't I just catch a bus and come down there and try to sink that 40? Right. Do you want to go take the flag out of the hole for me? Now, once you have your Leonard, let me see your shoe.
I got it.
You only had both oars in the water. Give me that. You did it. Sure, sometimes it's going to take you a few more strokes than you actually planned on, but it all works out in the end, so.
Wasn't it invigorating day out there on the old buildings, wasn't it? Oh, I'll tell you, it's that the one good shot that you make every day that'll make you want to come right back and play another Swift 18 tomorrow. Tell you what, talk about the whole game up there at the old 19th hole. Now, if you excuse me just a moment, I'll be up there and join you in just a moment. Well, here we are at the old 19th hole. Boy, this is the place where you talk about those good ones and you try to analyze those bad shots, but most of all, it's just a place for guys to get together and just to talk and have a good old-fashioned bull session about the game itself. Right, Leonard?
Want cheese dip?
Cheese dip. No, I don't want any cheese dip. I wanted the bull session. That's what they wanted. Well, add up at the score.
All right.
Forget the cheese dip and add up at the score!
Well, let's see here. Well, you got 5 and 7 and 22. 8, 30. 1, 39. Well, you got 32 points on the first 3 holes alone. 32.